I'm just your average parent trying to do right by my kids. Never thought I'd have to, deal with something like this. It was a regular Tuesday afternoon. The kids' toys were scattered everywhere. Then there was a knock at the door. My heart sank when I saw who it was.
Hello, I'm from Child Protective Services. We've received a report and need to inspect your home.
I didn't know what to do. They wanted to come in, look around, talk to my kids. My hands were shaking. I felt like I was doing something wrong even though I knew I wasn't. But then, I remembered something I'd read online about knowing your rights. I took a deep breath and said, "I'm sorry, but unless you have a warrant, I can't let you in." The CPS worker looked surprised. They weren't used to parents knowing their rights. It wasn't easy, but I stood my ground. I protected my family's privacy that day. Remember, when CPS knocks, know your rights. It can make all the difference.
Okay, so share. Who else? Okay, I'll do it in chat.
Brenda, you're on.
Victims, honey. Oh, hey, ho.
Right. I know I gotta get there. I gotta get it down on the show. Okay, I gotta find all your stuff, the music and everything. It's a mess. But go ahead. Sorry.
Don't worry.
You're live, baby.
Okay.
You're live,
all right.
You're live.
Good. Okay. I can sing it for you, everybody. Brenda's sitting at the window pane. You guys know.
Brenda's back. All right, girl. Have a good show. I'll be in the background, okay? Hey, everybody.
Who wants to come watch me?
All
Come
right.
on. Anybody out there? Hello. Hey, everybody. We are victims, and we're hunting justice daily. I mean, goodness gracious, dear me. Every day is a fight just to survive out here. It's really ridiculous that oh my gosh, I shouldn't have sent it to her. She wants to do video calls with me all the time. Some girl that I used to be is a subject to when I was in Charlotte County Jail for trying to watch my daughter before they sent me to prison, believe it or not. Yeah, little old me. I mean, I'm over 50 years old. I'm like, about 53, 54 at the time. And I see my daughter being abused. And this is what happens. It's ridiculous. And that's what we're talking about, people. It's just like it seems like a war out there against our children. And they're trying to survive. They're trying to be the heroes here. And we're trying to get through. So is there anybody out there that is in agreement that we really don't blame these children for fighting back the way they've been? I mean, you can't blame the child, can you? I mean, in certain circumstances, okay, let's say for the school shootings, for example, I know that if, some people would say it's not the gun, it's the person behind the gun. But a lot of times the person behind the gun happens to be a child that was abused in CPS and thrown into these abusive foster placement, where the only avenue that they have is going to be end up acting out because they've been abused, they've been neglected, they've been put through the ringer, they've been torn away from their family in many cases. I know that there's plenty of cases out there that, this is not, an issue. And truly, there's some people that are adopting these kids without the knowledge that what their family situation was before that. But and then again, there is some situations where you might want to say, hey, well, there's something fishy going on, and I'm just sending it out to everyone. Say hello. This is me. This is me. Look out, world, 'cause here I come. And So what else? I mean, I did a little video today in regards to this Department of Justice and FBI, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel coming out there talking about how these actually ended up being law enforcement, or how he goes on to say, these people that we trust in authority, whoever they might be, they do name some law enforcement officers that got into this problem that, hello, they're being arrested because they're child predators. I mean, what do we got going on here in this country that these people that we look up to and they're wearing the uniform to protect, serve and protect? It's not happening, people. In fact, it's just the opposite. They're harming and destroying. And there, a lot of times, law enforcement would be in cahoots with these CPS agencies. And again, I think there's plenty of people out there besides me that have been targeted from the get-go on so many different levels. Maybe they don't like your entertainment. Maybe you're just on food stamps. Maybe you are on Medicaid. All these different reasons that kind of blows up the idea. Like the other day I had to fill out this application for food stamps. And I thought, well, isn't that strange? So many questions about children. Do you have any foster? Are you fostering anyone, or this and that about kids? It's disgusting that I even have to fill something like this out. I mean, after this many years, they're going to take my husband away from me, and then there you go. I have no income. Are they happy now? I mean, they all they can think about. They they know who they are is just cover their butts every step of the way, because they know by taking our children in these courts, and we need to enforce the law on this, people. It's a federal crime what they're doing in these dependency courts. I mean, we just can't sit back anymore and just be silenced. I mean, I don't know if it's just because I have, all these connections through, Facebook and stuff like this, that so many people are just being loud. They are being loud, and they're not going to sit there and be quiet. I mean, children are ending up unalived. You got, like I say, children, just like what is that one song? People on the street, believe it. And it's a terror of knowing what this world is about, people. I mean, Queen, didn't they say it the best? I mean, God, hello. Isn't it the God's plan is to protect the children? So how are you going to go against God's word and not think that there's going to be consequences as to taking these children just for monetary gain? I mean, it's completely disgusting. And not only are they doing that, but then on top of stealing these children away from the biological families and making all kinds of money every which way from Sunday on doing this, it's not that they can live a life of luxury and care for a child. No, they end up abusing the child or kicking them out to the street when they turn 18. They're not any good to them anymore, right? I mean, it happens over and over again. And, RFK, if I'm saying that right, has been talking about these children that have gone missing. He's talking during Obama's administration. I believe the story was that over 300,000 children are missing, blaming it on the Biden administration. He talked about trafficking, and what was the other thing? He said that these children are missing, and he says that's their goal, to try to find these children. Now, that's something else Bondi and Kash Patel is talking about too. Okay. So, and who's that other lady? Gabrielle, somebody or other, that's going off to the El Salvador prison. She's also talking about children. So this is coming up a lot of different places. Now, what these people had, these victims' families in the background when Kash Patel and Pam Bondi were up there. And they're talking about their family that passed away. Why? Because each one of their stories seem to be the same effect. Hey, Dr. Death, thanks for joining us. In fact, overlies, thanks a lot. But the fact remains is that these people were illegals, or they committed these violent crimes, and all of a sudden, well, you can go back onto the street and just to go end up, harming people's families. It's just one case after the other. They had all these people lined up behind them. I mean, if they think that's bad, wait till they start checking out the CPS and Department of Children and Families and these dependency courts that have to do with all these children. I don't know if you want to call it being trafficked. I know some people don't like to use that term. I mean, we have a right, people, to parent our children. It's our fundamental right to be able to raise our own children and make decisions on, like you say, their livelihood. Okay. But more and more often we're finding, hey, sorry to say, I'm not the only one. I mean, there's people talking about it left and right here, trying to get their word out. And then if you're trying to do this on TikTok, I swear, it's not going to happen, because as soon as you start getting some type of popularity, I know in my case, this is the fifth, maybe sixth account by now on TikTok. And every time I see this CPS supervisor that was way back in 2016. Okay, this case was closed in January of 2018. Why is this person still stalking me? Why? And why is he even after the fact that our rights were terminated unlawfully? Then you're going to make up stories to the cops about who me and my husband are, when he was responsible. He's the one that's responsible for these placements of these children. And you put in these placements of the children into these homes of people that, guess what? They're not even from this country. I'm sorry to say, I'm not a racist person, but hello. You heard all these stories about, these Haitians and stuff like that. And it's just like, wow. And then I see that my daughter's living in deplorable conditions with a different culture. And they're teasing her, making fun of her because she has the type of hair that she wants to have a brush to brush her hair, and saying, get out of here with your brush because you can't brush your hair over here. My daughter was using the brush that was like it was her friend, because she didn't have anybody to turn to. She's in a house full of strangers, and the only time she got out is to go to school, where also the teacher, the bus driver, and the neuropsychologist reported abuse. And there's Chris. He's calling to say hi. Might as well bring him on in. I mean, James O'Keefe has big news coming up about someone hiding on the Epstein list. Major updates soon.
Press 0.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Where is it written that you helping any kids by taking the kids away from their parents? It's nothing written nowhere.
Subject to monitoring and
yeah,
recording.
We know they want to
Thank you for
monitor and
using
control
PTO.
us. Hey, I forgot to tell you, I'm going live here, and you might as well chime in on the situation that's going on across this country. That I mean, what was I talking about, guys? I even lost my train of thought at this point. I'm getting too excited about this. Well, the thing is that they're talking about all the Department of Justice is coming out saying, okay, well, they're going to clean house. I mean, there's actually cops that were arrested, like 3. I think she named 3 or 4 different cops that were arrested for child exploitation. Can you believe this, Chris? I bet you can, because the world's going to hell. What, you got anything to say about this, Chris? We got some people in the chat here.
The judge is being arrested. It's about time time for these judges to be arrested. They broke the law. They shouldn't be facing that crime.
Well, that's the thing. They are being arrested, and it's happened, I think, in Georgia now. Of course, there was that Kids for Cash case back in 2014, where in Pennsylvania, all these there was all these judges that were caught just having a Zoom hearing about making money off the children, and where are we going to put this money at into our accounts? They were put behind bars. I mean, this is what needs to happen, more of it, because it's just disgusting that's going on, and they can't get a clue.
Huh? Good news out there. Good work. Great job.
All
Love
right.
you very much. I'll see you later, alligator.
All
Love
right.
you.
Well, thanks for calling in. Okay, so we got a call-in guest. Come on, you guys want to call in or join? Oh, geez, I forgot about Jennifer Barovi. She might wanted to come in today. I should have gave her a ring. We can have some other call-in guests. I don't care. My number, I can put it out there for you guys right now. I'll put it in the chat. But in any case, I don't know what's going on that we're not able to get the attention that this needs. Okay, it's about time that hello, here we are. I mean, it's disgusting. Okay, I know. I adore Trump, to tell you the truth. I knew he would become president the first time. He was thinking about running before 2016. I used to be right in contact with this. Anybody watched all that stuff was going on with his attorney that turned on him, Michael Cohen? Yeah, I used to be talking to him on the phone on a weekly basis, talking to this guy for a good half hour or so. And I told him about this shit that was going on. Let me see. I'm trying to put I'm putting the wrong number in, guys. Wouldn't that be great? So it's 318 and 517, and then I messed up there, 5727. But geez, I'm getting hot over here, just getting worked up about this, because I'm very passionate about this, and I know you guys are too. But like I say, it's getting pretty difficult when they're also locking up the parents, and all about what's going on with these guardianships and these other things. I mean, come on, people, this is disgusting. And what do we got to do? I mean, we got to get our own flags. I mean, they got the rainbow flags. They seem to be getting attention. How do we? I don't know. We got to go like they did, the hippies did, right? Peace. When they didn't agree with the war, get out there with some peace signs, peace and love, man. That's what it's about. I mean, what's the world coming to when it's about destruction of the family, destroying? It's destroying mankind. Get back to the caveman days. I mean, come on, people. This is ridiculous. This is like, I tell you. And then I have this stuff going on with my husband. I mean, they're filing the brief on his appeal. I mean, all we can find is more and more disgusting stuff, because you know why? This is the same judge that was responsible for taking my children out of my care, okay, or me and my husband's care. And you think we can't parent our children? We've been parents since we were since I was 18, Chris was 19. That's when we had our first child. Okay, so are you gonna tell me by the time 2016 comes around and I got two little ones, I decided to have a couple more because we're pretty liking this parent idea? I mean, we never had any help from anybody. We lived away from our family. We took personal responsibility for our kids and everything that they did, and everywhere they went. I mean, it was. They took my two youngest before the cell phone stuff started getting pretty popular. It took me a while to get a cell phone myself, I can tell you that. I think that was about the time, about 2014 or so, I started getting these cell phones. Now, what are you saying? President Trump is going to make a huge announcement on Monday. Well, geez, Louise, I can't wait because I'm hoping it has something to do with what we got going on here. The Antichrist is here. Guess where he's at? Go ahead and guess. William Carruthers. Am I saying that? Carruthers. I like that name. I haven't heard that name in ages. A man came out as the AC. What is this? AC. What do you mean by that, Rodney? The Mahdi. Do you know? You see what's happening in Israel too. I mean, this has a lot to do with what happens in Israel. Has a lot to go on with our country here. And I'm sorry to say, what was it? The Muslims or the Houthis? They said that they were going to they wouldn't fight anymore, right? They didn't fight it. They made an agreement with Trump, promised that there would be no more war. That would be it. No more attacks. And right after that, they did on the Truman. So not only did they lose one jet, like another one last week sometime or whatever, a few weeks back, and now they recently just lost another jet. So very interesting on that. Okay, so you're talking about, that's why you're talking about this Epstein thing going on. I would also like to, that's why I wanted to get Jennifer Brovey on here, because she was also an Epstein victim. And then she was abused like this as a child, was in foster when she was young. And then they took her 4 children. So, darn, if Danielle wasn't busy, I would ask her to think if she could throw her up here. I wonder if I could even, let me see if I can get a hold of her, because I can message her or something, because she's got some story to tell. I can tell you that. I think I sent her a message that we're doing this. Oh, I did this cute thing on, listen to this, guys. Can we do that? Oh no, I got to turn down. Okay. All right, sorry guys. I just thought that was cute. It shows my little avatar, and it shows me dancing on there as an avatar. And again, it's just really for entertainment. I mean, an avatar, think about it. It's a cartoon, okay? And it's not meant to, harm anybody in particular. It's isn't it just like, you guys, these thriller movies? Okay, you get it. When it's a thriller, you're probably gonna see some blood and gore or something like that. And I mean, who doesn't like a good thriller movie? I don't know. Some people don't, because it's scary to them. Well, guess what? If I'm making some type of entertainment that's a thriller, then why don't you change the channel? Or why are you looking me up if you don't want to see my entertainment? I got a fly in here, guys. I don't know what the AC is, guys. Do you mean the AG? AC? Anybody? Okay, let me see if I can get caught up. Let's see, McComney, President Trump. Like I say, hopefully, like I say, is this announcement going to be anything about these missing kids? Because I know there's been talk of it, okay? There's children that are missing, okay? And Department of Health and Human Services, okay, they have to break this stuff wide open. I mean, some people might, be discouraging and saying, well, oh my goodness, your kids are already adults, and they're not going to be able to do anything about your kids lost in the system. Well, that's funny, because I don't believe that's true. I mean, we got to get down to the fact, okay, so this P. Diddy thing, this trial is going to be opening up here too. And they're selecting the jury or whatever they're doing with that. I hadn't watched much about that, but I used to really check that out. But what about Allie Carter? I don't know what's going on with her, but I haven't really seen anything from her in a while. And probably because they keep taking my TikToks down, and I think that's where I always seen her was on TikTok. So who knows? You are you good enough for heaven? Ever lied or stole before? Ever cursed? Ever lusted or hated anyone before? Everyone has sinned and come short of the glory of God. I can tell you that. And there's nobody that, that's why Jesus died for our sins. But it doesn't mean that, since he did that, that you can go out and still be acting like this, right? Because like I always say, what goes around comes around, whatever we want to put it. God knows the truth. Okay. And I ever notice when I do something that I shouldn't, maybe it's something that against the 10 commandments or something like that. I know I have a series of things happen that really suck. I'm like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that, because like I failed you, Lord. I failed you. And but then when I'm on the straight and narrow and I'm moving forward and getting things done in a positive way, and I can see God working in my life. So that's what I have to say about that. Think the president lies to everyone like a good politician? Think the president lies to everyone like a good politician. Why would you think that's a good politician that would lie? Or maybe you don't think that, but that's what's going on in the political world, people. There are a lot of bad players, I can tell you that. My husband, back in the early 2000s, he ran for legislator twice in the state of Maine. And I believe that was the start of us being targeted. God forbid you want to come in here with your ideas of helping with education. I think we have a right to speak and teach people about how to educate your own children, because we were so successful at doing that. We homeschooled 3 doctors. Do you know anybody else in the country that's done that? I don't think you do. Because if you do, I would like to know about it, because, that's what some people say, strangers will say to me how wonderful that is that, that me and my husband were able to do that. You must be proud. Yeah, I am. But you wouldn't think that I would have my 2 kids taken away. That in fact, I would think that, hey, if this lady that seems to be so wonderful at raising children and her husband, if she can get her kids taken away, it could happen to anyone. Nobody's safe from these people. That's why we wanted to let you know, man. CPS starts interfering with your life. You got to know what to do and get a hold of us, guys, because we've been there, done that. We know exactly the steps you need to take to avoid at all cost these situations. God, if I like I always say, if I only knew then what I know now, because I know a lot more. I never was a part of any social media, anything like that. But after I was thrown in prison for just trying to get my daughter into a safe situation, because if you look up some laws on that, if a biological parent or the guardian, whoever that guardian may be, sees a child in a abusive and situation, they have the right to remove that child from that situation. And that's exactly what it did. So why am I being arrested and not the people that were responsible for throwing her in that deplorable condition? And what about my son? We don't want to forget about him. He's way over there in Lake City, 6-7 hours away from his sister. And then they lie about letting the children visit every other week. Wow. That's something else, guys. This is what they'll do, and you gotta be prepared. You gotta prepare yourself. Here, 4th Here for it. Okay, whatever happened to the Epstein files on Bondi's desk? That's what I'd like to know. Because I can tell you, I don't have that much confidence in this Bondi lady, okay? Because my case with the kids is in Florida, okay? And she was there. She's been there for how long? Are you going to let this continue? Because Florida, I can tell you, I have plenty of parents in Florida that are in the boat of having their children taken away from them unlawfully. When they went silent about this Epstein thing, right? And that's the thing. It's like, that's what I'm thinking is too many these players. It's, the politicians were involved with this, the actors, the elites, as they say. I mean, yeah. And then people, okay, so did you hear this, guys, about this is the fourth? I was listening to that Nancy Grace. She's kind of funny in a way, like the way she reports. I mean, but she's getting it out there, right? I mean, oh, thank you, Facto Realize. It's very nice for you to say. But yeah, so what happened, this is the fourth victim that supposedly committed suicide that was an Epstein victim. And this lady was living a life, beautiful barn out in the country, and a multi-million-dollar house. And she even made the statement, like other Epstein victims have made the same statement, that if they say I committed suicide, no, sorry, I'd never kill myself. I'd never do it. So this is what's happening, and God knows what's going to happen over there with, P. Diddy. Who knows? Will it be another Epstein thing? I don't know. Because I don't know. He's got too much on other people, I would imagine. I mean, like somebody, I was listening to that Jeff Mack. Anybody ever listen to that Jeff Mack on, he does his live streams, and they call it the Hooligans or something like that. Check it out, because this dude is getting out there. Okay. And, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to get together with some of the other advocates and say, hey, why don't we team up with this guy? I mean, he's got it going on. He's all talking about, freedom. Everybody's being freedom fighters, happy freedom, he says all the time. I'm sure he would be interested in a story like this, where children are being taken away from biological parents, because there's a lot of people that don't know about this. I mean, my family didn't know, no idea as well. I mean, my sister, hey, where's my sister? She didn't come in. I should have sent her. I probably didn't send her the thing, but it's true. Why don't I do that now? Because like I say, she came in the chat the other day because she knows how it was. I mean, she's getting calls when she's trying to take placement of her niece and nephew, and then she was threatened with consequences. It's really ridiculous that if she was to take the kids, and I don't know. I guess she's saying that they didn't trust her to take the kids because she thought she would just give them in turn to me or something like that. Let me look up my sister. Her name is Vicky. And you think it'd be easier to find her on my thing because I just put Vic in there. Okay, but I'm going to send her that. I'm going to let her know, hey, we're live. Hey, I'm live. And I mean, she's about 4 years older than me. Our mom passed away some time ago, 21 years ago, in fact, had Alzheimer's and osteoporosis. And we find ourselves being fearful that our minds go as well. So, that's why you got to be on top of your game, guys. You got to be, taking care of your body with what you eat, and make sure you're exercising and keeping your mind busy. And I'm saying there's the Big Brother, or whatever you want to call it, always say, oh, these video games are so bad. I'm saying the video games are good, people. And I say the more video games is what we should do. Okay, there she is. Thanks for coming in. All right, so I say more with the video games. You know why? Because did you hear about this? Where this was something that was on Joe Rogan. They were talking about it's going to be a mandatory thing for surgeons to play video games to make sure that they're able to, keep up with their. It's like going to be a daily thing where they can keep up with whatever they got to do, surgery. That's a delicate situation. So I can see what they're talking about there. Okay, what do you guys say? Hold on, I got to get caught up with these chats. The only problem is the courts don't want to hear it. They don't care about any federal law that back up a complaint from you. What do you do about that? Well, that's what I say. There's avenues. That's why I say go to the higher courts. You got to do everything you can to get this to the higher courts, because I say there's a U.S. There's U.S. attorneys in the state where you are, and you figure out what's that U.S. attorney and what's his or hers location for your region. Get their email, get their number, call them up saying, okay, we have a mass problem. We have a parent movement, a parent driven movement that we're not alone out here. There's plenty of other families. We've got hundreds and hundreds of families that are saying, hey, their kids were taken unlawfully. It's happening in these dependency courts, and nobody's getting their due process. Okay, it's plain and simple. I mean, it's U.S. C, what is it, 241, 242. That's what you use and say that these are the laws that are being broken. I mean, what did I have a little bit? These are USC, they're federal crimes. That's what we're thinking. We have this idea that everybody submit a complaint to the U.S. attorney. Okay, they also have these forms available. What is it? Civil rights complaints, and we can just do it that way, and then maybe attach and all you got to do is just, hey, what's your case number, who was the judge, where did this take place, your kids initials, your name, and boom. It's not that hard, people. In fact, we've got Danielle has a fillable form that makes it very easy, or get a hold of one of us, because I mean, the more the merrier, that we join in as one and not be so spread out. I mean, everybody doing their own thing and trying to look for popularity instead of what the goal is, to get our children back to safety and stop this from happening to others. The rumor is that James O'Keefe's breaking news is about Pam Bondi. Well, do you think that might be the Epstein thing? Or, like I say, they're coming out with so much stuff about these children. Maybe it's our time. I hope so. Allie Carter called out Pam Bondi to release her paperwork, her latest updates. Do you think this might be what's going on? What's the breaking news going to be with maybe Allie Carter? Because that Allie Carter would break it open for all of us guys, because she was in foster care before she was thrown into this abuse with P. Diddy and trafficked out. And like I say, and even some of these are leaders that have been involved with these prostitutes or something like that. Think about it, guys. Are they prostitutes, or are they children that were torn away from their families and thrown into abusive placements? And that's the only avenue that they know is to go into prostitution. There's been so many CPS workers that are telling the kids to prostitute themselves out. So, it's just so many sick stories out there. And I mean, I don't know why they come up on my YouTube. Like, that's where I get all my news. I don't even watch the local news. I don't have like local stuff. I just watch either YouTube, go on Instagram, and I mean, it's just sickening that how much is going on lately. Oh, hey, Lewis. Hello. Vicky, what do you got to say? Anything else besides hi? You want to come on in? And dexterity. Oh yeah, we definitely need that. Has to be in our life. a class action. So you're thinking class action. I don't know if I'm going to agree with that completely. I think that would be coming in time, but I say go after the judges in the dependency cases, because ultimately they're the ones that are committing federal crimes. When it comes to like I say, the US federal attorneys in your state, your region, those are the ones that can arrest the judges on these federal crimes. That's what I say. Go the higher courts, because these lower courts think they can get away with all this stuff. It's not gonna fly for very much longer. I mean, my husband's case in itself, I mean, whoa, it's blowing, I know it's blowing Danielle's mind, because we've been going through this, trying to help the attorneys with the brief and all. What? You are not 62, Vicky. Wait a second now. I'm not, no, Now your birthday's coming up. Now that's a lie right there. I'm going to tell you 59, 60, 61, 62. You're saying you're 3 years older than me? I thought it was 4. And though, again, now I can remember me saying that. So I'm not 60 yet, but I will be 60 coming July. So, anyways, you have to beg the question how we are, these young DHS workers were raised. Well, they were probably, I mean, somebody needs to look up those statistics, right? Where are these young DHS workers coming from? Department of Children and Families. And these people that are like they're counselors, and the only jobs they get is through the Department of Children and Families. I know in Florida, the UF Health, University of Florida health system is where we were taking the kids. And come to find out, I mean, there's some really, and that was connected to that Chans. Everybody knows that story about that girl, right? I mean, we've talked about that before. Am I going off into many different subjects? That's just why I am. Because why? I have ADHD. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, it's a disease. I'm going to be dying. I have broken heart syndrome over here. That's what I have. And it's a thing, guys. I'm not joking. I and my wife, Darren's cousin, are filing a federal court under 42 on a private business. Well, definitely. You gotta let me know more about this. I'd like to know more about that for sure. Yeah, because isn't that 42? Somebody was talking about that the other day. Somebody there, I had a judge telling me, or not a judge, I'm sorry, a attorney that has been in these dependency cases for years and years. That's an old lady now. She's saying it's violations under the color of law, right there, and it's constitutional violations. Let me see. I saw a photo from Hunter's laptop today with naked Joe Biden. I'm sure you did. And it looked like Allie. What? No. What? I don't even know what you're saying now. This is getting weird. Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh my God. Are you serious? Are you joking around? I mean, I don't think you're joking now. Okay, Vicky's gonna be 63 next month. And in fact, this is what I want to tell you, Vicky. June 21st, also Trump's birthday. What do you think about that? They're gonna have a big parade also. I don't know if this is gonna be in DC or where this big parade is for the veterans. So this is what we need to do is I want to get some attention with this Trump guy. Okay. I mean, come on. You want to save the world? Isn't it all about the children? We are the world. We are the children. Can I get an amen? The private business used to use the court to take our kid. Oh, So I know there's that Jennifer Brabson. She's saying that they used Salvation Army to take her kid or kids. I don't know if there's more than one, but yeah, that's why they ended up moving out of Tennessee into Florida. God forbid she moved into Florida, but it looks like she's doing okay there because she had another baby on the way, so she was afraid to lose that as well. We got warnings of flooding, Vicky, up here in Louisiana. Lots of warnings, and I even went and got sandbags. They had I don't know. I'm getting messages from my town councilman, and I don't know why all of a sudden like he's letting me know all this stuff that's going on. Because I'm wondering it must be re-election time or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, he let me know that there was some sandbags up in town there. So I did go up there. Well, here I didn't bring a shovel with me. I figured, hey, they're going to give me the sand and the bags and everything like that. But I guess you had to work for it there. But having to be an old man there, and they had this thing, boom, 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 and you slide the bags on it, and it was connected to this wooden thing. Pack the sand in there, and the old man helped me. I got like I don't know how many bags, but I didn't need it. But they say it's possible. We did get a lot of rain all the way till morning, and if those rivers are rising, that's what's gonna happen. She say, "Oh, watch the language, Vicky. Come on." It is. I'm 43 and I got post-traumatic stress disorder. And about months later, I had a heart attack. See? Oh, there you go. There's the proof in the pudding. Braid G, thanks for coming in. So we got a lot of things going on. And Danielle isn't even here to say, hey, her show she did last night.
Yes, I am. I'm here. I'm in the background. Sorry, y'all. Hey, everybody.
No, but I was
just
thinking about that.
it's old crap at the house as usual. What now, babe? What now?
Right? You were going for 2 hours on your show last night, and
yeah, the show went great. And I'll have another one later on tonight, y'all. It's gonna be later than the norm because there's discrepancies here at the home life that have to be taken care of at first, and will be. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. Sorry that. But yes, we will have a follow-up on that and everything that's going on. Because y'all, what y'all think about everything that's coming out? These kids are going to come home soon, ain't they, Brenda? And we going to rock it and bop it and sock it. And what are we going to do? Like the game? Bop it, sock it.
No, but I know, Danielle. What? I'm Brenda Cameron, and I want my kids back.
Period. I'm Danielle Wall, and we all want our families back. We want our lives back. We want our freedom back.
Right.
We want our rights back, our voices.
And that goes for the parents too. I mean, you're not going to shut us up because
I don't know. Did you hear Cash Patel today?
Yes.
You mess with our kids, we gonna get you. If you mess with our kids, and you know what? That's the best thing I've heard in a long time.
I had to do a video about that, Danielle. I did.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Yeah, I get your email, Dr. Death. I will go check that. I think I did. Yes, I did.
Okay, so
good night, Miss Vicky May. You have a good night. Thank you for coming in. And no singing, Brenda. I'm just now seeing this comment. Oh, is that your sister? She said no singing. Look, I like Brenda singing.
Again with
times they are changing.
This is berating me now.
What? You said it's berating. This is good casual talk. We having a good. But you're a mess. Y'all are a mess. But Dr. Death, I will check again. I believe I did, but my email, I don't know what was up with the network today. Good night, Miss Vicky May. You have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again. And justice for Chris and Sage. Look, you heard that, Brenda. You see that right there? It's coming. Justice for Chris and Sage. That's right. Hey, Louise, how you doing? Welcome in. Y'all know I got to pop my face in, but y'all did. We had a great show last night, and Brenda, Georgia's over here. Did you tell them about Georgia?
No. I didn't
Oh
even talk
man,
to Georgia. I got to. I'm yapping away, and Georgia.
I know, and I'm sorry I didn't hear none of your show, girl. I'm so sorry. I will have to go back and replay this because I'm so bad. Y'all need to y'all need to hold me accountable for that. That's bad on me. Shame on Danielle for that. Ugh,
Well,
I'm
I mean, Danielle, it's truthfully, I fell asleep during your show last night.
see how we are. No, just kidding. But no,
And then I
we
woke
know
up and
because
it was still
well,
on.
this
I
it's overwhelming. I mean, you got home life, and then and then people that work against you. It's not right, and it's not fair. Why can't we all just come together? Why does it always have to be one person give in? It's not right. Why can't others understand that? This ain't just their world. This is everybody's world. Everybody deserves to have a life, right?
and you gotta have.
Everybody's life matters.
There's gotta be some compassion over.
Thank you. Look
Um,
at it. I
yeah,
mean, there's people in this world that have no heart, and I'll never understand a person that can ever see anything on the dark side, any evil, and the stuff that is coming out with these these public officials that they are doing things to children. I mean, a child. Could you imagine the children that have gone through these things? It could be anyone's children. This is America's children, and I'm so glad it's going to come to us because this has just gotten way, way too. I mean, and y'all, this is
out of hand, right? Completely out of hand.
they got too complacent with it. I mean, my goodness, it's so. I mean, people that we would never think would ever be a part of something that is so sickening. It's disgusting, and I don't see how these people can face the world or society without and smile, knowing what they did in the dark, deep behind the door. You know what I mean?
Man.
I can't. I'll never ever be able to grasp that concept of how disgusting someone can be, and
Yeah.
that's to an animal or a child, to an animal or a child. That's sick.
Or then you got to think about the elderly too,
And
because
elderly, yes, and disabled,
Mhm.
because we gotta, yes, whether they be adult or children, because you might as well say that a disabled adult is just like a child, because they're
Right.
I mean, and I experience. I mean, I have my brother, and he is not on the level of his age. I know that, and day from day. It differs from day to day. One day he may be on a mentality of a level of a 17-year-old. One day he may actually be. It's never been up to his age level, but he's gotten a little better. But then sometimes it's regressed and got worse. He's been on an 8-year-old level. But if the world would understand that those people are people too, it'd be a better day. I know that because they don't deserve what they go through. And
Right.
that's why I'll fight for them until I die, because that is messed up. And I mean, it's not their fault that
Right.
we got to be the
This
voice
is
for
because
them.
my sister, she takes care of her grandson that has epilepsy.
Mhm. And
It's
somebody reached out to me today on TikTok. I did see a comment on one of the shows that I did, talking about the kids that were normal, that were at their level when they were like from the age, like my son, from 1 to 3, and all of a sudden, I'm not even gonna say the V word. I bet we know. What with autism. And my son there's more people opening up about that. And can you believe that this is actually the nightmare that I knew? I did not want to know that it would be that doing that to my child, and not only other children, like causing them to be disabled. That is crazy. I mean, and I mean, when I did the show, I forgot it's like a little short I have on TikTok, and they were and the comments are coming in, and I'll be darned. I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking just to know that our children suffered something, and they could have been normal and grew up to be. I mean, and they're still going to. Our children are going to be grow up to be. I mean, mine thinks he's grown up, but he is. He is an adult. It's hard to say that now because I still think he's a little baby. I miss him. I
right.
miss my babies when they were little.
I know.
I
I
always
know.
remember the good times, y'all, because we gonna get them times back. I mean, I know we won't get the time we've missed that they stole from us, but we will get our babies back, and
Yeah,
they'll all, no matter what, they always gonna be our babies.
new memories.
Ain't nobody gonna ever take that from us. Nobody. I don't care who it is. Nobody. Boyfriend, family, friends, government. It don't matter. That's one bond you'll never break. And I don't
Right.
care who you are. Those are my babies. Those are your babies. We created them, and that's a God-given right that they cannot take away, and they won't. Okay,
It won't happen.
that right? So you know what we say. I'm Danielle Wall, and hey, you ain't gonna sit here and keep putting a cash price on my kid's head. What is this? Who is this? I just facts. Is that facts over lies? Nick
Yeah.
Shirley has video posted of this inside 3 hours, the new home for pedophiles and psychopaths who job harmed American children. Oh, Nick Shirley has it up. All right, we're gonna have to. I'll have to. What we can go check that out, and I can talk about it on the show later.
Yeah, we should check that out.
Yeah. Did you talk? What did you talk about today in your show, Brenda? Did you share any good
I hit
news?
a little bit on the autism and
Okay. Anything to do with Christopher?
no, I
You want to
just
wait for that?
we were working on it. That it's just blowing my mind how much stuff we found on Chris's case.
So did you tell them in the audience, everybody, that it's what would you tell them, like how you feel about it now? Like, is it? I mean, when you talk, I don't want to put too much information out there because I don't know what you talked about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing is that I got to talk to the attorney today, one of the attorneys on Chris's case, and he's the younger guy, and he's really dedicated to what he's doing over there, and it really made I was relieved after talking to him. I can tell you that because they just filed, what was that? Was it extraordinary? I always forget it. Something like a mandamus or something like that. I mean, I think that's going to only be a good thing in a situation where you can see from the get-go that they were wrong right from the beginning when it had to do with the habeas corpus when they took my husband out of Louisiana. Well, the fact is my husband shouldn't have even been arrested in the first place, right, Danielle? Well, it's true. The thing is that there's a lot of things that aren't adding up, and it's quite similar to what's going on with the children when you look back on your children's case, and a lot of things don't add up. I'm talking about missing signatures. I'm talking about wrong dates. I'm talking about just pretty much making up documents to fit their agenda. I mean, that's what's, and it blows my mind that this is the same judge that feels threatened by my husband's cartoon, that she was responsible for taking those kids in the first place. And then all of a sudden, she feels that my husband's films, that was way back in 2016. She put a security measure on my husband because she felt his YouTube films were threatening to her, even though like it's clearly stated on the top of his YouTube channel that this is for entertainment purposes only. And anyone that believes this is real ought to get their head examined. So it is. Are they offended by?
Well, that was kind of blunt, wasn't it, Brenda?
What?
So I said that was kind of blunt, wasn't it? I'm just kidding.
It's true. I think it's funny. That's why I think it's funny the way he put it, and then they just fell right into that. They just, it's almost like we caught a bear in a bear trap because they like
poking the bear. They like I think they said, what did I say last night? I said it's like poking the bear, like getting them poking the bear, getting them out of hibernation or whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying. Gosh, it's been a hot day. But a dull, rainy day.
Oh,
today, Georgia on my mind. What?
Weather over here, though, it rained all last night, right? Really heavy.
Man, it did it today too here, and
there was not a cloud in the sky today. I was like, what?
It was rainy here, and it bottomed out, and it was hotter, and you know what? And it's hot as heck in my house.
Humid.
It's hot, yeah. It's still hot, and I don't know if it's still raining, but I know we're supposed to have rain. I thought I mean, it's not even on the weather though. I saw a big thing coming through yesterday or early this morning, but I didn't see, it just pops up out of nowhere. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
because the things with the all that rain, I mean, the rivers are rising.
yes, because we're starting to go through that here, the flooding. I mean, heck, we had those fires. Thank goodness they didn't make it this far over here where I'm at, but they were not very far. They were like in Rome, Georgia, and I'm not far from there. I'm about like 30 minutes.
Telling you, over here in Eunice, Louisiana, we've been lucking out with the weather, even though it came down quite a bit of rain yesterday. Well,
Mm,
that's okay because I'm looking at the weather forecast. I mean, it's 79 to 60 tonight. Tomorrow it's going to be just a partly cloudy day. They said
mm.
some more rain again on
Look, that's what mine said too, Brenda. Be careful.
thunderstorms. I love thunderstorms. I hate to tell you, I
I
love.
love it. I don't sleep for days, and I think that's what's happening. I've been MIA because when it rains, it pours in my tin roof. Heck yeah. You can't beat that. Give me some hot chocolate or a good old glass of cold sweet tea. Shoot, all day
Oh,
long.
that's what I like. I like the
I can
sweet.
sleep in a rocking chair, and that's what you call the good old days. And I can sleep like a baby. I'll sleep through a hurricane, and it won't wake me up.
Yeah.
Tin
So
roof
that's what
and
you gotta be able
rain.
to
Let's do this.
open
That's
up
what I
your
go to
window
sleep
when
with. If
when it's weather like that. It's cool,
I turn
nice.
on YouTube and I play like some rain with thunder, girl, I'm out like a light. That's why y'all can't get in touch with me sometimes.
Right.
Danielle's enjoying that rain again. Heck yeah, I'm going to La La Land for sure because that is the best, relaxing, most best sleep. But I put on a headset to where I don't hear nothing around me, and I'm done. Because that's
Oh,
when you have to that's when you have to refresh. You have to stop and do self care because I'm telling you that is the best. And I wake up sometimes wishing I was like, dang, heck yeah, why am I even awake? But man, that is because you have to block out the world sometimes just to get back. You have to have a refresher, a reset's what they call it.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe that's why I fell asleep here on the couch because I
Hmm.
lightning, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
I
I even sleep through them like the big ones, like the loud ones, like the ones that'll make you like pee on yourself or something. Like, "Ugh." Yeah, it's crazy, y'all.
Terry.
I just hope everybody out there's had a good day today. I just want to say that things are opening up, but it's a rough time. Like and it's all, I mean, is it gonna get worse before it gets better? I mean, it's getting there. It's baby steps, y'all, but keep fighting. Don't give up. That's all I mean, that's because y'all see, I'm telling you, I'm tired. But you know what? We ain't stopping and we're gonna keep on going. Because we got all 50 states. Let's get it. Georgia's on my mind. Let's go. Money matters. Y'all
Yeah.
mocking these parents out here? I don't think so. Not Georgia.
Everybody,
Georgia, not today, Georgia. Not
Georgia,
today.
get a hold of me or Danielle because uh,
Please. The
yeah.
rally yesterday, these worker, and I still haven't. Now, yesterday in my show, we had that teacher come in. Now, I don't know what area they were in, but whoever was in my show yesterday, it was a dang good show because they gave us they were fair. And do you know what started it was? I guess they were scrolling through. I don't know on what platform, but and they come through and said that they what was I saying? I'm sorry. I just
About that
brain fart.
you talking about that teacher, how he found you?
Yeah, so he was scrolling through and he's like, "Hey," he said, I don't mean no bad by this or no negativity." He said, "But you're the first person I've ever heard that hates CPS." I said, whoa. And that, look, and I'm like, wow. And he said, he didn't even say at that time he was a teacher. And do you know that show and Here Come More People? And I'm telling you, it was a peaceful and stories I got out and he explained to us the side of when they have to report when a child but they have to report to their admin, and their admin is the one that goes to CPS. So there's how their stories can get misconstrued. And so we're mad at the teachers. Well, kind of find out what about their admin? What about their admin? Like it's not cool. Can you hear me, y'all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's calling in on my show, and I'm going to get them when I get off because that's
Oh,
not
well,
right.
thing is
It's
that we're about to wrap it up here anyway.
well,
we got 10 o'clock here, so
but
um,
I'll end by saying, like, my part with this teacher. And he said he thanks us for sharing our sides, and because he's never seen and realized how deep this is going in with CPS, and he's a teacher, and you know, it's like it's made him see another side when he goes to his teaching day. And we I mean, and he's going to come back and join us, and I would love for him to, and I'll welcome him any day, because that right there is what we need, what we're all come together as a peaceful world, you know, country, to where we can talk this out. You're fine, Gunner. Stalker. I'm just kidding. But
yeah.
no, but Brad was great. You're fine. You never got the notification.
That's really great, because if he's looking at your stuff, Danielle, he might
Mhm.
look at who your
Yeah.
friends
Oh,
are
he's
and
gonna check
realize
out the
there's a bunch of other people talking about this as well, not
right,
just
and it's gonna make. And he even said that he was going to discuss and talk to this with other teachers. So therefore, you know, it's not everybody that's in that. There's, you know, like we said, the bad apples. And he even asked some questions. Y'all should go check out the show and see the questions that he asked. And I'll even do a replay of it on my show later, because it's interesting, and it's good to know that I didn't even know they told their admin, and then admin is the one that actually does the report to CPS. So, you
wow.
know, think about them and their, you know, we can't be biased automatically and because there's a third person in that does the report, not the actual teacher. Can you? Now, I don't know. This is in every area though. I don't know what area he's in. I just know that was brought to my attention, and that's something good to know, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was awesome. But I'll let you close out your show, girl. So it
Well,
was good seeing everybody. Go ahead.
yeah, it was really nice to be able to see some different faces in the chat tonight. I mean, we had people, some names come up there that I've never seen before. And I don't know. I was kind of scroll back to see if I could hear for it. That was new. Clark Kent. I mean, what do we got? Superman over here coming in. And then Rodney Reno. All right, thanks for stopping by. And William Carruthers. That's all new people to me. So we're getting it out there, and we're just letting everybody know. We're parents. We're our heads are about to explode if something doesn't give pretty soon. But we're taking the steps as we need to do to take this to the higher level and report these crimes, crimes against humanity, or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, it's a violation of your right to parent, and it's happening in these dependency courts, guys. And don't forget to always recheck your paperwork, no matter how old it might be. If you're still having your kids interfered with by Child Protective Services, make sure you get all your court media, all your discoveries from the cases that it doesn't matter what case you had or when you had it. Get it all, because I always say compare the court media to the transcripts and things like this, because a lot of times it doesn't add up, because they got too much to hide, guys. They're not going to say that we don't know how to parent our kids, because we're wonderful parents, all of us together. What does Dan Yell say? Okay, we're gonna pack it up, and you know what it is. Like I say, what's gonna work? Teamwork. Okay. All right. So this is Brenda Canberra, and I want my kids back, and I'm not gonna wait much longer.
All right.
Daniel, did you want
I'm
to
right
say?
here. No, I'm good. Everybody good. Have a good night, and be looking out for the show. And y'all have if you are actually online or doing a late show, there are good people that have been duped. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So y'all be good, be safe, keep fighting, and look for the notifications. And I'll be on here hopefully here shortly. That's what I'm hoping.
Thanks
Today,
a lot. Thanks for joining in. Sorry you didn't get the invite. All right.
All right. You ready? We're
Later.
ready to go. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye.
Sisters in the shadows walking down, lost the way but found again some